What's good, YGK Squad? Welcome back to another video with the one and only Ygk.seth. Shout out to all my young, gifted kings and queens, and cue the intro. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why having a dry line or DMs is actually a blessing in disguise. Let's get into it. If you're like me and you have dry DMs, so-called dry DMs, or no one initiates conversation, that's a blessing in disguise, truthfully, because in my humble opinion, I think that's the best thing that could ever happen to you, because having a dry line or DM, or the fact that no one hits you up, will actually motivate you to actually be more productive, because what else would you do? You know, no one really will actually initiate conversation, or you actually get tired of watering dead plants, you know. And that's another thing I want to get into in this video. But for now, we're just going to be talking about why having a dry line or having no one hit you up on a regular basis is a good blessing in disguise. Because number one, that allows you to focus on yourself. And if you have a dry line like me, I'd encourage you to either go to the gym and get in shape, you know, or, you know, start a YouTube channel, or be productive, read a book, you know, start getting yourself in a good productive schedule, you know. And that's another thing. Having no one hit you up means that you're not gonna be wasting time, you know what I'm saying, with distractions, pretty much. And you're not gonna have people hitting you up that, well, the people that were hitting you up were most likely relying on you to initiate the conversation and were only there to get something from you. So that's another blessing in disguise, that you were able to fish that out, or they were able to show their true intentions, you know. That's a blessing in disguise, because you were able to figure out from how they acted online, that they were relying on you to spark the conversation. And you never want to be in a friendship or relationship where you have to hit the person up, or if you don't hit them up, you don't hear from them, because that's a messed up situation. That's really bad, because if you have to constantly hit someone up, and if you don't hit them up, they don't talk to you, that's kind of sad. But like I said, we're focusing on the positive sides of that. Like, if you did go to the gym, and if you did use that time that where you could have been talking to other people, but they don't talk to you, if you use that time to work on yourself, oh my God, like you don't understand how deadly you could be, how dangerous you could be. I say dangerous in a good way, you know. You could be strong, you know what I'm saying? You could have that, you could be ripped, you know. You could be wealthy. You could be working on starting trading. You could be starting elevating your mind by getting into books and stuff. Or you could even elevate your status, like in terms of like YouTube and stuff, you know. Even if you don't think that you have a YouTuber like experience, I mean, me personally, I don't think I didn't think at first when I started that I had the YouTube characteristic, you know. But now that I'm started, and now that I'm in the process of making videos, like I believe that I'm really getting good at this stuff. But it's always room for improvement, and that's the biggest room for improvement. But another thing, that having dry DMs, the reason why it's a blessing in disguise, because it's a blessing in disguise because when you meet new people, that's who you can focus on, you know. The new people, and the new people that you're gonna find that you're gonna see that who you let into your life and who you let into your social circle, because your circle obviously became smaller because no one's hitting you up, right? And no one's initiating conversation. But once you invite new people into your life, you're gonna see that you're inviting purposeful and purpose-driven people, you know, people that aren't just sitting around their house all day twinkling their toes, you know. You're gonna invite purpose-driven and dedicated to their craft people, you know, people that are going somewhere in life. And no offense, but if you aren't hitting you up, then the people that aren't hitting you up are probably just, I don't know, they could be working, or they could be ignoring you, because I don't believe that anyone in this day and age, my age and under, can be saying, "Oh, I at work." The excuses aren't valid, because everyone has their phone on them. So it's not like we're in the 1900s and the phone is like a box away. You feel me? Like it's like a friend is like a, you know what I'm saying? A friend is like has become the norm for now. So with that being said, having dry DMs or having no one hit you up could be the gateway to the best version of yourself. So don't get discouraged just because you have a dry line, because a dry line could be the gateway to the best version of yourself, the best version of you. Remember that.